out there would you like for people to know about?
Well, there's a few things, and it's kind of like don't want to pull the cat out the bag too quick.
Of course.
So I'm gonna tell you one thing that I can.
All right, everybody. Time to sit down and have a chat with our host, Craig. Talks with friends and guests about our community, our children. Won't you come on over here and sit down with Craig.
I didn't go to the show last night.
Welcome to 106.1 FM Toledo Radio. Sit down with Craig. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well on this Monday, February the 17th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still celebrating Black History Month. How much longer will we be celebrating that? It's another question. I won't get into politics. I don't do that on the show because I love talking about the community here. And speaking of the community, we're going to get into a show today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say I ran into, but a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Eric Dixon and his son, JD. We had a conversation up here regarding music. Let me just go back a little bit. The opportunity that I get to share with you guys here on this radio station is just amazing. I am in music today in part because of this gentleman and the conversation that you're going to hear that we had here at my studio. I think it's just amazing. I'm talking about over a 40-year relationship. I was in my first band and I was the percussionist, but I didn't actually have a instrument. It was a chair, and I would use my hands as drumsticks. And my twin brother, Greg Thompson, Eric Dixon was a singer, and then Bernard Dixon, which is Eric's older brother, he was the piano player. He was the head of the group. He was the oldest one out of all of us. But we were like 7, 8 years old, I believe. And it was just amazing that started my music career. And each one of us, to this day, still has a part of music in our lives. But anyway, so had a great conversation with Mr. Eric Dixon and his son. And it's just a great thing to see his son with him and carrying on the music that's inside that was instilled in us as kids, to see his son doing this thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, enjoy, sit down with Craig as I talk with my good friend Eric Dixon and what he has coming up in the near future. Great programs, and we're going to have more conversations on what he's doing in the community and how I want to spread the word for him. So sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and have a great Monday evening.
Hey man, that was nice.
I like that.
Welcome to Sit Down with Craig. I am your host, Craig, here on 106.1 FM Radio, Toledo, Ohio. I got a special guest with me today. I got two special guests with me today. One particular guest, man, let's see, we gotta say over 40 years that we go back. Hey, Mr. Eric Dixon, everybody. How you doing, sir?
Hey man, I'm blessed by the best, my brother.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we have his son, JD.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Sit Down with Craig. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's good. You know what's funny is you're the son, and we can sit here and tell you some stories, and you'd be over there like, oh Lord, here we go. we meet, Eric? You can remember.
It was in the West End area, on Glenwood Avenue. And there's a bunch of different things going on. You know, we had like a kind of a club. I think it was called Glenwood Knights at one time.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had like a basketball team.
Yeah, and, I think me and Greg used to be the treasurer or something. I got an old picture of us counting some monies on that. But go ahead.
And my brother, Bernard Dixon, was the leader of it. He always had to be the leader of stuff. And what happened was, you know, whenever him and I got into some sort of dispute, he said he's going to kick me out the club. That was his, you
That's
know.
the big brother.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to kick you out the club. You don't stop. Like, oh, okay. Later on, he was really into music. And he would try to create plays and stuff at his school. And, you know, he would try to get everybody on the block to do like just acting and stuff like that, doing plays and stuff.
No, you're talking about your older brother.
My older brother, Bernard.
Yeah.
And what happened was there were two guys on the street, Craig and Greg. And you had an older brother, don't you?
Fred, yep.
Yep, and it was like they were musically inclined.
Yeah.
And I think he tried to show them this thing, and they caught on right away. He tried to show you guys this one song or something like that, and you guys jumped right in. It was just like a natural thing. And then we ended up creating this group called Total Control.
You know, it's funny because I never remembered the name of that group.
Never remembered the name of the group?
Never remembered the name.
And it's funny it's called Total Control because he always had total control of everything, and he, you know, just
So it fit well for him.
fit well for him.
Never remembered the name of that group.
Never remembered the name of the group. And it's funny it's called Total Control because he always had total control of everything, and he, you know, just
So it fit well for him.
fit well for him.